What's going on, guys? Auzio here and welcome back to a brand new video. But before we get into it, I want to say a big thank you for the 10k subscribers. Thank you for everyone that started with me since like a k subs, or started moving with 5k subs. It doesn't really matter when you start, as long as you're still here. That is all that matters. And I tell you what, this Discord is blowing up. There's around 380 people now, and I did not expect that many people to join my Discord. As you clearly can see on the side here, there's stuff like SBCs, the best, like how to do the SBCs. There's trading tips, there's squad reviews. Obviously you post your team in the squad reviews, and then I will actually review them on on the episode. And if you join in now, bear in mind, because there's so many people that already posted their team, it will take a few episodes to kind of get towards your team, so be patient on that, obviously. But if you're really late to it, if you do put it in the squad advice tab or chat, sorry, there will be other people here in this Discord that will help you with your team if I don't get there anytime soon, if you know what I mean. But let's get straight into it. Now, I want to say a big sorry to, obviously, I can't pronounce it, 40 dots. I'm not 100% how you pronounce your name, but I did miss him out in like the second episode, and that's like a big sorry from me. But I am going to go back to you just to start it off, and then I'll go back to the original person that I did say we was going to start with. But let's look at this team. This team right here, looking pretty decent, to be fair to you. Like, it's a really nice team. You got the Van der Sar. One thing I am seeing right now is you got Van der Sar on a, I'm not 100% what chem style that is, but I definitely suggest just putting him on a basic. It does boost everything plus by 10, so that is definitely needs changing. Alexandro, if he works for you, then he works for you, obviously, if you like him. I personally didn't, because how bulky he felt on the ball. He's amazing defensively, and he's got a really good pass to him, but he can't dribble to save his life. Now, I see the Tommy Yasu, I see the Manolas little link up between the centre backs. Beautiful centre backs there, and obviously the Mohr as well as a right back. Defensive line looking very nice. Now, I guess you use a 4-2-3-1, use Ramsey and Forsby in the CDM positions. Really nice, to be fair, but I do advise putting like an anchor or shadow on Ramsey is definitely the way to go, and definitely not a guardian. Now, I see the Forsby there, and he's looking very nice. The Mkhitaryan with the sniper chem style. You got Politano, Sanchez. Now, I do advise actually changing his Sanchez by now. Let me see how many coins you got. 133k. You're going to have to save up a lot. I'm not sure what you get in Weekend League, or I'm not sure if you trade, obviously. But you need to get some coins out of somewhere. And what you can actually do is get the FUT Birthday Douglas Costa. Stick him there. He'll get that hyperlink with Alexandro, and he'll be a much better player than, obviously, Sanchez. I feel like Sanchez is a bit outdated, that's what I'm saying. But Belotti, I actually haven't used this Belotti card out yet, and it's interesting because he looks like a really good card, and I would love to obviously review him, but it's one of those ones where I haven't even reached level 30 yet, or there's some people that I don't know have reached level 30 yet, so I can't really try out any of the free level 30 season pass players. But this Belotti, I don't know, it's interesting to see how he would play in this team. Politano, I believe, is a bit outdated as well, but if he still works for you, then keep him, obviously. There's not much to say about this team. It's a really good team. It's a really, like, basic team, I would suggest. A quite unique team as well, while you're at it. But I'm going to give you a 6 out of 10. So, we do go on to the next player that I did obviously say that I will be doing first, but I had to catch up on that guy. Hippity Hoppity says he plays this team in game. He hasn't really said anything. He just said opinions, please. So let's see what's looking. Let's zoom out so we get a proper view. He's got Hulk there. That's interesting. Hulk on 7 chem. Oh, this is in game. This is in game. Okay. So you got Hulk, then Bellet up front. Interesting striker force, but I can understand why you have it there. Asensio is a really good cam, so that's really nice. Lampard, Allen, I can't pronounce your name, my bad. Allen is a really good CDM, to be fair to you. I don't know how you like this Lampard. Maybe he plays really well for you, and if he does, that is all nice. But for me, the Lampard's always been one of those players where he can just pass a ball, and he can pretty much hold up the play. He's never been a player that you can run with and stuff, and especially with this centre mid, you kind of need a centre mid that you can run with and obviously go forward and start attacking. So I definitely suggest changing one of these up. Maybe I feel like this card is actually better than Lampard, so I'll probably switch Lampard up. Now, you got Bernat, Herrero, Carlos, Semedo. Really good defensive line. Ter Stegen in goal as well. This is a really good team, to be fair to you. Now, I'm intrigued to see how this Hulk and Dembele kind of link up together up top, because I've never really tried Dembele with Hulk. I think I tried Hulk with like Neymar or Saint Maximin, can't really remember. But that's an interesting attack force. It's an attack force I haven't actually seen. But there's not much to say about this team, I can tell you that. I was intrigued to see what chem styles you obviously use, but you've done it on Footbin. The one thing I definitely do suggest is just changing Lampard. That's the only thing I can see. Maybe Bernat, but if Bernat works for you, then it's going to be all cool. It's a really good team, to be fair to you. I'm going to rate you a 6.5 out of 10. I can't really rate you any higher. It's a unique team, but it's not outrageous. I wouldn't be scared if I played this team, to be fair to you. Now, we go on to the next guy. Where is it? Rizza. Rizza hasn't really said anything, so we're just going to go straight into it. Now, I'm going to guess your formation. Because you got 3 centre mids here, I'm going to guess you probably play a... Right, so you'd rather play a 4-2-3-1 with him at cam, or you play like a 4-1-2-1-2 with Bakayoko CDM, Pep Guardiola centre mid, and him centre mid. Or I feel like more likely it's a 4-2-3-1 with him playing cam and these two CDM. But let's start with the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper is really nice. I love how you got the basic chem style on him as well. The 2 shadow chem styles on David Luiz, and I believe it is Carlos. You got Tierney and Semedo. Now, this gold Semedo is a bit outdated, so you have got 634k, to be fair to you. I definitely do suggest, definitely suggest, like, changing Semedo into, like, the headliner card, because I feel like this Semedo gets beat too often now. You got the Messi, which is nice, the Bakayoko, Pep Guardiola in the CDM position, both on a shadow chem style. Smart from you there. You got him on an anchor chem style. Now, that's when I have to think to myself, you probably use it in a 4-1-2-1-2. So, I'm guessing you use him centre mid. You could use Di Maria up front with Messi, or you rather use Sane and Messi up front with a Di Maria cam, which I can understand why you do, but it's at the same time it's one of those occasions where the 4-1-2-1-2 for me personally is way too readable this year. You're so like direct, it's crazy to see. That Di Maria card's a bit of an issue because he still has the weaker foot. Maybe obviously if you get enough money you can buy the foot birthday card, but it's a lot of coins. Let's just say that it's a lot of coins. So the two I'd suggest is obviously saving up for either Di Maria, or you could buy the headliner Semedo. There's not much else to say about this card. You got everyone on the perfect chem style, just to say that. And there's not one person apart from probably, I can't remember what chem style that is, but maybe you could put him on an anchor or shadow. But if you like him on that chem style, keep him, because the rest of your team are on like the perfect chem styles. There's not much I can change. Really nice team. I'm intrigued to see what formation. Maybe you just leave it in the comments to tell me what formation you played, but I'm pretty sure it's a 4-1-2-1-2. But I'm gonna rate it, this team I believe was better than the other. I'm gonna rate him a 7 out of 10. Really nice team. Now we go on to Mr. Sad Doge, I think it's called. Let's see what he's about. Let's see if he said anything before. Any suggestions? All right, so he hasn't said anything. Right, he's got De Gea in goal. That's an interesting. If you buy Alisson, you can get him on full chem. Me, personally, Alisson is an outstanding keeper this year, so I definitely do suggest that. Van Dijk, De Ligt. This De Ligt, for me, is outdated, and I definitely do suggest changing him. Or you got a Trent Arnold. A gold Trent Arnold is something I did not expect. You also have a Sterling there, which is a bit outdated as well. You got a Carlos Alberto. I'd love to see what chem styles you play these guys on, because I'm guessing you probably play like a 4-1-2-1-2. But like there's Javinho and Sterling, so there's so much pace in your team. Maybe a 4-2-3-1 with one of these two playing in a cam position. It's interesting, obviously, to see. That's why I usually tell you guys to leave a little text on what formation you play, because it's quite hard to figure out. Like, it's rather 4-2-3-1 or it's a 4-1-2-1-2. I can't see you using a 4-4-2 because there's 3 centimeters, obviously. Now, Javinho, really nice player there. He's clearly not outdated. Korea, I like how you've done the little links between Luis Alberto. Sterling, Trent, Alexandro, De Gea is definitely the players I do suggest changing. What you could actually do is, if you get Alisson, switch him for Cancelo. And then you're going to have to, like, you can keep Sterling all you want. If Sterling works for you, keep him. That's not going to matter too much. But I definitely do suggest changing Trent to Cancelo and getting Alisson here to make sure that obviously Virgil van Dijk is on full chem. But De Ligt is another player you need to look at. What I can tell you is definitely look at like SBCs and make a decision on what player to get, because for me personally, De Ligt is outdated. But it's a really good team. I feel like the strongest point about your team is probably the attack. I wouldn't say the defense. Definitely, I can see Van Dijk carrying this team easily in defense. I don't know. This Trent Arnold is way, way outdated. But just like, please get Cancelo. I can't tell you enough. But I'm gonna rate you a 6.5 out of 10. It's a decent team, but it's not outrageous. But we move on. Hey Auzio, I'm the kid with Lone Coleman. This is my new team. I play in this formation and I swap a Cardi for Masunda, and I use Dybala because I like Dybala in real life. Right. We did actually review this team, but we're going to do a quick review on this team. So I remember he had Koeman here. He had Golden Golan. He had, I forgot who he had here. He had a random, I think it was Munain, I believe, was in the striker position. Obviously, this is the, like, in-game. This is not, oh, use 3-5-2 in-game. Oh, yeah, I believe you did say that at one point. Still believe you should change that Sirigu. 9 Golden needs to go. A Cardi down the wing is a sticky one. I definitely do not suggest that. Definitely to get a different player for that. But I like how you got your strikers is Messi and Neymar. It's a really good team. I'm not going to spend much on you because obviously I already done your team. But still same thing. Sirigu, change him. De Ligt, change him. 9 Golden, change him. And definitely do suggest a Cardi to change him as well. But we move on to hello friends, playing 4-2-3-1 with Hazard, Lam, De Bruyne, Cam, James, Ram, Messi, striker. After my transfer list clears, I will have about 4.2 mil budget for upgrades. Any suggestions, please? All right, let's look at your team. Okay. Wait, I believe I've actually done this guy already. If I've done this guy already, I'm probably going to quickly go through it one more time. Maybe I probably did a guy that had a very similar team. Really good team. Really, really good team. There's not much weak points about this team. I definitely do suggest that with you having that much coins, the 4.2 mil, do like get someone else for Daniel James. Get a striker, a French striker. You could play whoever you want on like weekend. Just do it. Because I do definitely, especially you having 4.2 million coins, I definitely don't suggest starting this Daniel James, even though he is an absolute beast. Let's look at chem styles. Perfect chem styles on every single player. Kante on a Hawk. That's interesting. Wait, you play Kante CDM, right? Yeah, he plays Kante CDM. Yeah, that's interesting. Hawk, I definitely don't suggest. I'd suggest probably an Anchor. Maybe Anchor's a bit wasted, to be fair, with the defensive stats. That's what I'm starting to think of. But this is a really good team. It really is. Use Mateus and Kante. I definitely do suggest getting someone different. So sell Mateus and get like a Vieira, because if you get Vieira, you've got that 6'4" reach in him and he can intercept the ball fairly easily. Definitely do suggest changing one of these, but more likely it'll probably be Mateus. But yeah, Mateus, Daniel James. But I do believe I did your team, so I'm not going to give you a rating. But Mateus, change him for Vieira and get a different striker. It doesn't matter if it's on 7 chem, he'll work perfectly either way. But we do move on. Why is this loading? All right, there you go. Oh, this is like a full screen one. Okay, I like this one. So we have... Did you say anything? Hi, can you my squad? I have 1 million in the bank. Thing of getting Raul, Cam, then Maldini over Mohr when swaps come out. Okay, let's look at this. Really good quality picture, by the way. I like this one. Schmeichel in goal. I haven't actually seen the baby Schmeichel in goal. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I've never actually seen the baby Schmeichel. I've seen the middle and I've seen the prime, but I've never seen the middle. I've never seen the baby. If he works for you, then obviously keep him. You were saying you'd switch in Bobby Moore from Maldini. This defensive line, I can already tell your defensive line is the strong bit about your team. Without a doubt. You got Opara there. You got Zambrotta. You got Renato. You got everyone. Literally, your defensive line is perfect. I definitely don't suggest changing anything. Maybe when, obviously, Team of the Season comes out, you could switch Sanchez for someone else. Now, CDMs, Cyprian and Bakayoko. Yeah, really good CDM partnership. I actually used this partnership in Foot Champs, and it was a really, really good partnership, and I definitely do suggest it. Gold Mbappe is definitely a player I would avoid at all costs. He hits the post way too often. He misses a lot of chances. Only thing he's good for is obviously pace and dribbling. But other than that, not much about him. Raul, really good player. Neymar, really good player. Politano, let's see you got everyone on the right chem styles. Yeah, you do. You got every single player in the right chem style. That is perfect. Perfect from you. I love how you done that Deadeye to Neymar. Perfect. It's a really good team. It really is. There's not much to say about switching. I definitely do suggest when Team of the Season come out, replace that Sanchez. But Mbappe, for me, has to go. He's outdated like there's no tomorrow. He is very cheap as well. That is the reason. Politano, if he still works for you, I understand why you've kept him. There's not much to say. There's really not. Really good team. Either way. Defensive line, definitely do suggest that getting that Maldini. But nice team. I will give you a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10 because of the defensive line. If you had a complete defensive line, it'll probably be like a 6.5. But we move on. Hey, Auzio, let me know what you think of the squad. Think of swapping Alan for my attacking players. I'm playing 4-2-3-1 in game. Currently play a 3-4-1-2, but I feel it's a bit of predictor on attack. Okay, so you play a 4-3-1-2. Oh, I see how you've done this. Oh, this is nice. This is a very nice team. Okay, so Ter Stegen on weak chem is a bit of a sticky one. Do you know what you can actually do? If you look at a Dare Militao and think to, oh, I can't see how much coins you have. Alright, I don't know how much coins you have, but Team Alisson, Virgil van Dijk, gold card, if you can't afford him. If you can't afford to a Team of the Year. And go for a Trent Arnold, Team of the Year Trent. That is ridiculous. This is really good anyway. Like, this is really good. But what you can actually do, I understand he will be on weak chem, but it's one of those ones where you're going to probably have to take the hit. For me, Team of the Year Alisson, best keeper in the game. With a Van Dijk there and a Team of the Year Trent, you got one of the best right sides you can see. I like how you use a unique formation. I like how you use a formation that not everyone uses. Now, the Alan, Bakayoko, and Desai in the centre mid position, beautiful. Literally beautiful. There's not many people that can get past that. I can tell you that. Love how you use a Zebu up front. Hunter Chem style, smart. Deadeye on Neymar, smart. Deadeye on Saint Maximum, smart. Now, Saint Maximum Cam, for me, how would I run it? Zebu up front with Saint Maximum, Neymar at Cam. That is the best you're going to get out of that. Let's look at the left side. Telles, really good fullback. You got that Felipe as well, really good centre back. This is one hell of a team. You have really built this team. You have really thought about this team. You took a lot of time on this team. There's not much I can say. I do say your midfield is levels above your defense. Next thing you can upgrade is definitely that defense. You do not need to touch your attack. Your attack is perfect. Definitely upgrade your defense now. As I said, take my advice. Team with Alisson, Virgil van Dijk, Trent Arnold. It's simple as that. But other than that, there's not much to say. Midfield is definitely the most overpowered about your team. I love your attack. Your attack is so good. You got the Zebu, you got the St. Max, you got the Neymar. Beautiful attack. I'm gonna give you an 8 out of 10. You really thought about this team. You put a lot of time into it. But we are gonna do one more team because it's coming to like the 20th minute mark now. Oh, whoa. Have you said anything? Oh, okay. This is my team, and the next pitch is in-game. Let's look at it in-game. Where can my team improve? I play Lucas Hernandez at left back as I packed him in a 86+. And Kimmich plays right back because he can IRL. That's an interesting way of putting it. Anyway, we move on. Oh, okay. 4-2-3-1. I see what you've done here. I see that. You put the Hernandez in the fullback position. For me personally, he can play there all day of the week. I love how you put... This is the way to go. If there's no fullback that suits you, stick a CDM there. Stick a person that's been moved out of position, but it's got a better card. Do it, because you will not regret it. I love how this guy's linked this up. Boateng and Hummels. Really smart from you. Really smart. Love how you got this Sousa, the Brazilian Vieira, I think I called him. Unbelievable intercepting the ball. Really nice, strong tackles as well. I liked how you link him up with Fred. For me personally, I haven't used the Fred card, so I can't say much about the card, but I've heard it's really good. The attack, you got Burkham in a cam position. Perfect. Lamb, you got the Hadji, the 5-star skill Hadji. You got the Marvis, and you got the Vernon. Now, the one thing I definitely do suggest, the one player I would upgrade on this team, Werner. Now, I don't know what your playstyle is. I don't know if you're a player that can obviously do skills. It looks like it, to be fair, because you've got a 5-star Hadji and you've got 5-star Mahrez. So, for me personally, I would take that Werner out and go for a 5-star skiller striker. Because when you go for that 5-star skiller striker, no, what you can actually do, you know what? We're actually going to go look at a previous team. How have you got this on full cam? Oh, wow. Okay, that is an interesting way of putting it on cam. Interesting. Oh, so Kimmich and Hernandez actually plays on 10 chem in the wing-back positions. You really thought about this team, didn't you? You even put them two up front. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Yeah, so basically, I can see what you can do. All right. Remove Mahrez. When you have enough coins, remove Mahrez. Put Saint Maximum there. Remove Werner. And get a Premier League striker. Get someone or a French. You can even get a French striker. Get anyone. You can get Mbappe. You can get literally any Mbappe card. Okay? And understand it will be bad links towards Boateng and Kimmich, but you're going to have to rework the team, because if you put Saint for Mahrez, it's the biggest upgrade on your attack you ever see. But let's go back to his previous. This is a nice team. This is probably the most unique team that I have seen so far, because he's really thought about this, really thought. But yeah, take my advice, put Saint Maximum there, get a different striker, because once you use the 5-star skill moves, running scoop time around the corner, you won't regret it. That's how many times, that's how much I score. But this defensive line by far is the best. By far is your best in your whole team. Your midfield is good as well, but it's not as good as your defense. You got him on 10 chem and you got him on 10 chem. Amazing. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Your team is really, really good, and I like how the thought process behind it. But that is going to be it. Let's see who the next player is in the list. So we have Diogo here, which is going to be in the next. Really nice team, to be fair to you, but I'll do that in the next episode. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, and for now, peace.